Attention passionate Chicago, Bears fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Chicago Bears' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Chicago Bears fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Chicago Bears fans. Let's get to the news when we talk about the Chicago Bears and their ongoing quest to build a championship-winning team. One thing is clear. The front office is always looking for ways to elevate the roster, to find that missing piece that can push them over the edge. And this offseason, the buzz around Hollis Hall is all about a potential blockbuster move that could reshape their offensive dynamic and give the Bears a real shot at contending for the Super Bowl once again. The name that's making waves, Dalton Kincaid from the Buffalo Bills. Now I know what some of you might be thinking. Kincaid, isn't he just another young tight end? But hold on, there's a lot more to this story. Sources indicate that the Bears are eyeing Kincaid as a key piece in their offensive puzzle, especially after the injury to Cole Kmet, who's been a reliable target but recently suffered a back injury that caused him to miss the Week 7 game against the Saints. That injury has created a sense of urgency for Chicago to bolster their tight end position, and Kincaid fits the bill perfectly. Not only does he bring a dynamic receiving threat, but his skill set is exactly what the Bears need to diversify their offense and keep defenses guessing. Kincaid, for those who haven't been paying close attention, is a promising player with a ton of upside. He's currently ranked as a top 40 PFF player for 2025 and has been projected as a potential Pro Bowl talent. His route running is fluid, precise, and explosive, making him a matchup nightmare for opposing defenses. Over his career so far, he's amassed around 100 receiving yards and 16 touchdowns with an average of 12. 4 yards per reception, which is impressive for a tight end. His efficiency metrics are also notable, with a PFF grade of 86.8, indicating he's a reliable target who can make plays in critical moments. In the 2025 season, up to October 19th, Kincaid had already caught 26 passes for 312 yards and 3 touchdowns. He's not just a short yardage guy, he's capable of stretching the field, averaging 12 yards per catch and 19 yards per route run. His EPA per target is plus 0.39, which means he's consistently creating positive value when targeted, and his yards after catch are top 10 among tight ends at 70 yards. Additionally, he's shown a physical edge with 10 broken tackles, demonstrating his ability to fight for extra yards after the catch. If he maintains this level of production, reaching over 50 receptions in a season is well within his potential, something that could elevate Chicago's passing game significantly. Now let's talk about the context here. The Bills, who are in a bit of a transitional phase themselves, are reportedly being cautious with Kincaid. They're prioritizing their cap space, which is currently around $8 million, as they look to rebuild their defense and strengthen their pass rush, especially on the edge. Buffalo's defense has been decent, giving up around 20 points per game, but their front is still a work in progress. They've been investing in their pass rush with extensions for Josh Allen, who is on a hefty $50 million cap hit, and they're also prioritizing edge rushers to complement their secondary. This makes the potential trade for Kincaid even more intriguing. The Bills are reportedly open to moving him, possibly in exchange for a third-round pick in the 2026 draft. That kind of value for a player of Kincaid's upside could be a game-changer for Chicago, especially considering their immediate needs after Kmet's injury. The Bears need a reliable, dynamic tight end to help Caleb Williams, their young quarterback, develop and thrive in this offense. Adding Kincaid would give them a weapon that can create mismatches, especially in the red zone where he has shown a 52% touchdown rate, an elite figure for tight ends. It's no secret that the Bears' offense has been trending upward, especially with the emergence of players like Oduns, who's been a steady target, and the running game led by Swift, who's been impressive with an average of 4.8 yards per carry. But the missing piece has always been that extra spark in the passing game, that tight end who can not only block, but also stretch the field and make contested catches. Kincaid fits this mold perfectly. His ability to get open in tight spaces and his elite hands make him a perfect complement to the current receiving core. If this move materializes, it could have a significant impact on the Bears' offensive efficiency. Projections suggest that Kincaid could add over 850 yards to their total receiving yards, an instant upgrade that would take a lot of pressure off Caleb Williams. His presence would also open up opportunities for other players, especially in the red zone, where the Bears could see an increase in touchdown conversions from around 52% to even higher. Plus, adding a player like Kincaid, who can create mismatches through his route running and YAC ability, would give Chicago a much-needed edge in this highly competitive NFC North. Speaking of the division, it's worth noting how this potential acquisition could shift the balance of power. The Bears are currently 4-2, showing resilience and growth under new coaching staff and a fresh offensive philosophy. If they succeed in adding Kincaid and integrating him quickly, they could elevate their offense from good to elite, making them a serious threat in the playoffs. The division, which includes the Packers and Vikings, is fiercely contested, and every advantage counts. A healthy, dynamic tight end like Kincaid could be the difference maker in tight games, especially against division rivals who are also looking to make a statement this season. Now, let's talk about the broader implications. This move, if it happens, wouldn't just be about immediate production. It's about the long-term vision for the Bears. They're building a team that can compete now and sustain success in the future. Kincaid's youth and upside align perfectly with their strategy. And if you look at the numbers, his ability to produce big plays, like that 42-yard touchdown in Week 3, demonstrates that he's already capable of making game-changing plays at the NFL level. His speed, clocked at 4.52, combined with elite hands, makes him a threat on every snap. And let's not forget, this move could also impact their Super Bowl odds. Right now, the Bears are considered underdogs with odds around plus 8-0. But if they acquire Kincaid and integrate him properly, those odds could shrink dramatically, perhaps to plus 3-0, reflecting their true potential. It's about adding that X factor, that game-changer capable of turning close games into decisive victories. Kincaid's YAC ability, his knack for creating mismatches, and his proven production in the red zone could be just what the Bears need to make a deep playoff run and challenge the NFC powerhouses. Of course, there's always risk involved in any trade, especially with a young player like Kincaid, whose production could dip if he falls into a different offensive scheme or faces new competition. But given the Bears' offensive philosophy and their current needs, this move seems like a calculated gamble that could pay off big time. By acquiring Kincaid, they'd not only bolster their passing game, but also send a message to the entire league that they're serious about contending, and not just rebuilding for the future, but competing now. In summary, what we're seeing here is a rare convergence of team needs, player upside, and strategic opportunity. The Chicago Bears are in a prime position to make a bold move that could define their season and perhaps even their franchise's future. Dalton Kincaid fits the mold of a young, explosive, reliable tight end who can help Caleb Williams and the offense reach new heights. Bills, meanwhile, are in a transitional phase, balancing cap space, draft picks, and their focus on rebuilding their defense with an emphasis on edge rushers. This potential trade could be the catalyst for a division shakeup, a catalyst for the Bears to ascend to elite status, and a move that fans have been dreaming about for years. So, stay tuned, Bears fans, because this story is developing fast, and if the rumors turn into reality, we could be witnessing a pivotal moment in Chicago's football history. The excitement is palpable, and the possibilities are endless. This is exactly the kind of bold move that can transform a team from good to great, from playoff hopefuls to Super Bowl contenders. And as always, I'll be right here, keeping you updated on every twist and turn. Now let's see what happens next, but one thing is for sure. Things are about to get even more interesting in the NFC North, and the Chicago Bears are right at the center of it all. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Chicago Bears news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Chicago Bears fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential move? Do you believe acquiring Dalton Kincaid could be the boost your team needs to finally break through and make a deep playoff run? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Bears. Do you think this could be the move that propels them into elite status? Or are there concerns about whether Kincaid can adapt quickly to a new offense? Whatever your thoughts, I want to hear them. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, more analysis, and everything you need to stay ahead of the game. So stay tuned, Bears fans. The season is heating up and big things are on the horizon.